We have drawn the comparison between early MTV and YouTube many times on this podcast. And this got me wondering how many of these YouTubers could have been actual rock stars during the golden era, the heyday of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So on this week's Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, we're going to tell you about 10 or so YouTubers who have what it takes to be real rock stars. Get ready to rock out with your talk out. It's the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Moms and dads and boys and girls and children of every age. Welcome back to Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. My name is Lou Lombardi, also known as, in certain circles, as Loudini.
Ah, yeah.
Yay, yay. But yeah, we're back as we do every week. We come together and we hang out and we talk about great music. And we have a good time doing it. Rockrageradio.com is one of the places you can hear us. We're all over all the Spotify, YouTubes, Apple Music, and all the different places where you can hear podcasts. But we will give a special shout out to Rock Rage Radio. Go to rockrageradio.com and download that flippin' app because you know why?
Why?
It's freaking awesome. That's why. And it's free.
I was going to say, what's the other reason?
It's free. Well, I mean, just because something's free doesn't mean it's good, right?
That's true.
I mean,
Depends,
like,
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, like, you could catch COVID for free.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want that.
That would suck.
It's like
No.
But when music is free.
At no additional
yeah,
cost.
so if you like this kind of like, great music program, they have it 24/7. Go to rockrageradio.com, download the app, check it out. wolfscustoms.online. Why am I telling you about that? Because that's the place to go and get amazing custom artwork and paintwork done on your musical instruments. They do modifications and all kind of cool stuff, setups. So check them out, wolfscustoms.online, or just find them on social media. LouLombardimusic.com is my website. Check it out because you can get access to our exclusive Inner Circle group on Facebook, and that allows you to hang out with us live on the podcast every week. Also, Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com is another place you can find out more information. Loudini Rock and Roll Circus.com. Check it all out. Okay, guys, it is another week on the circus here, and we've been listening to YouTube, watching YouTube for several years now, right?
Yes.
And there's a lot of great musicians on there, and a lot who I go like, damn, like if we had normal music business like we did 30, 40 years ago, some of these people would definitely made a splash. You would definitely have heard you would definitely know who they were. And we talked about this before when we talked about what happened to rock and roll. We have a sort of flattened out music situation right now where there's like a lot of bands that are just kind of like at a kind of mid level, and the sort of uber giant bands are like all kind of in one. They kind of have a kind of an overall homogenized kind of thing going on with the production and everything. So it's like, you know, they're kind of the same in many ways, and there's not many of them like there was 30, 40 years ago. So the places now where bands are kind of making a splash are places like YouTube and Spotify. And if you don't have great curators like Rock Rage Radio, like the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus, like Hot Licks with Lily Six, different shows like that to like kind of guide you through, you could get absolutely lost. So that's what we're here to do. And speaking of that, we need to introduce the team. We have Lily V6 from Rock Rage.
What's up? Would you like to know what I did this weekend?
We'll talk about that second. What's up, Pittsburgh Kevin?
Ooh, hey, what's up?
How you doing,
I'd like to
Kevin?
know what Lily did this weekend.
Well, everybody wants to know what Lily did this weekend. But in
Wow.
any case, real quick before I finish my thought, so we're gonna we do new and notable. Well, this whole podcast is gonna be kind of like devoted to that. So get your pens and paper out. Take copious notes. We do publish show notes with links to everything as well. So if you miss something, just sit back and relax. You can go check out our show notes. And we have the links to all the stuff, so you can go check out the musicians for yourself. And so Lily did some fun and exciting stuff.
I did. On Saturday, I was asked last minute to go to a show that I typically would not go to. It's not in my wheelhouse, but I was invited to go to Jimmy Buffett at Star Lake in Burgettstown. And it was a blast. I've been
Not at Heinz Field?
Not at Heinz Field. They have had it at PNC Park, though, before. So typically, I have been to Buffett concerts before, and the parking lot is the most fun part. They have the wheels of fun where you show your boobs or you do a shot or what have you. There's squirt gun alcohol everywhere. Everybody's setting up tiki bars. There's pools out of pickup trucks. This year it was a little more calm. I think the COVID people are still scared to come out and do those things, but they did have one wheel of fun where I was watching a woman hump the wheel. And she kept trying to turn it to the show your boobs thing. So I'm just show your boobs. I don't understand what you want to, obviously.
Don't play by the rules. Just show them.
Yeah, just do it because you want to. Well, she was super scared to do it once it was time to do it. But it was funny to watch her hump the wheel. It was hysterical. I loved it.
Hump the wheel.
Yeah.
That should be a game show.
Right?
That'd be great.
But it was a good time.
Cool.
It's magical. Boobs are magical.
Boobs are magical.
Pubes.
Everybody asked me what I got when I spun the wheel. No, I don't do those anymore. I always get show your boobs, and I don't do that.
Honky.
Exactly.
Honky wants to honk the boobs.
Honky the booby. Honky the clown is in the house, and I do
Yeah,
believe
boy.
that Bones Magoo. Bones, where you at? You here, brother? There he is.
He's a little blue today.
Well, Honky can leave because I don't even like him.
Come on.
Honky,
loves
come
you.
on, Honky, love you.
I
He
know,
love
that's
you
the
long
problem.
time.
Speaking of, I told you guys I watched that House of a Thousand Corpses, and that
Yeah.
weird clown guy. What's his name? He died. Sid Haig.
Sid Haig.
Haig, oh,
Yeah, I've met him.
yes,
Super
yes.
cool guy.
Yeah.
Very quiet man,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
The quiet man, like John Wayne.
Was he really quiet?
I
John?
I don't know.
I saw a couple of cool movies. I saw a new movie on Shudder called She Will.
Interesting
Oh,
name.
will she?
Or will she?
Ooh.
It's Alice Krieg,
Okay.
and it's a Dario Argento film. If some of you guys know who Dario Argento is,
yes.
and it's in typical Argento fashion. It's very bizarre, it's very weird, very crazy, very very disturbing in places. I was happy that for 90% of it, they didn't try to crowbar in any politics. That's like
there
a
you go.
thing
Yeah,
now.
that-
Like
yeah.
every
Yeah.
movie has
Every
to have
show, yeah.
a message. You know what I mean?
That's
Dumb.
nice.
And but however, the main character did have to blurt out something about the patriarchy in the middle of the movie. It was completely took you out of the thing, and I'm not sure what that was all about. However, for the most part, it was very good, very creepy, very weird.
Oh, creepy.
So you should definitely check it out. And then I saw a movie that came and went in 2020. It came out in January. Not too much fanfare, but Kristen Stewart is in it.
Yes.
And it's called Underwater.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
if
saw
you-
that.
Did you saw it?
It's really good.
And if you like movies like Deep Star 6
Yep.
and Leviathan, and what was the other one with Ed Harris and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio?
Oh,
and
what was that? With
the
water-
Abyss.
The Abyss.
The
that's
Abyss.
it, yeah.
So if you like those kind of movies, like we haven't had one of those in a long time, and this is very good.
Yeah.
Really, they make great use of the budget. They do everything in a way that totally works. It's very character driven.
Yeah, Kristen was really good in it too.
Yeah.
For a moment, because you have this mental stereotype of Kristen Stewart, but I forgot it was her for a while.
Yeah, she's very well.
She's very good
She's
in
still understated in it.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
never been one of these people that does a lot of wild emotion. But it's just her style. You know what I mean?
yeah. But
But
it
it's I think it's it's cool. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's got Underwater. It's on all the stuff. You guys can check it out. So, and I binge watched. That's the old series, but I binge watched the first season of Mr. Mercedes. You ever seen that?
I've not
have
seen
not.
that.
It's a Stephen King. Stephen
Right,
King
yeah.
did this trilogy of novels that are not horror. They're like murder mysteries. And the first one is called Mr. Mercedes.
Right.
And So I had read the novel like a couple of years ago, and I really liked it, and saw that it was on there. Well, it turns out that it's 3 seasons, and each season is one of these books in that series.
Okay.
So I don't want to watch the second season yet. So I started the novel.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm going to read.
You're gonna read that.
It's not one of his.
Okay.
It's not one of his super long ones. Like the
Right.
joke is that Stephen King writes by the pound, and this is not like that. This is much more reasonable. So my plan is to finish it, then watch the series
Okay.
to see,
Fun.
kind of
There you
compare.
go.
The first season is slightly different, but they do hit. It's probably pretty much the same, but there's a couple of circumstances and situations they turned around, maybe thought would be better for TV or for the budget.
Right.
Like there's a scene that is supposed to take place like at a big rock concert or a big it's like a boy band concert that a bunch of little kids go to, and they changed what that was, and it made sense because it's a TV series produced by AT&T TV or something like
Right,
that.
right.
So like they're not going to have the budget to like do
Have a big-
fill up
yeah.
a stadium somewhere and have some the Backstreet Boys play or something like
Exactly.
that. They can't, so it was pretty cool. But that was pretty much my weekend. I did not go see anything. I've been a little under the weather. I'm quite not feeling well, but we're getting there. So,
real quick.
Yeah.
What was the Nick Cage movie you suggested? I forget the name
Black
of it.
Phone? Is that what it is?
No, that's
No.
no.
That's not Nick Cage.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Something about talent. The incredible
What's it called? What guys help me out here? Nick Cage.
I don't know.
Nick Cage.
It's his new thing.
It's the incredible weight of talent. or something.
The unbearable weight of incredible talent.
Oh.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wrote that down somewhere.
So I did see that. I rented that. Really liked it. Good suggestion, Lou. And then I had to go all the way back.
The
and watch-
unbearable weight of massive talent. Good.
That's it. Yeah. Liked that so much. I had to go all the way back and watch Valley Girl today.
Ugh, God, I hate that movie. I'm sorry. And it's like such a brain dead movie.
No, I know. That's why I liked
I
it.
hated
But Nick
it.
Cage is in it.
Doesn't matter. Hate him too.
And it was just wonderful to see his wide range of acting from.
I really couldn't get into that. I tried it.
But Valley Girl?
I've been on a little bit of a Nick Cage kick.
Pig was wonderful.
Past few months, and I did try to watch Valley Girl, but I just
couldn't
quite get in.
You weren't
I
you
like
weren't
this-
drinking quite enough.
I like the soundtrack, but the movie I can't get through
soundtrack's
it. I just cannot get through it for
What do
some
you
reason.
mean? What?
The one by him, I like the one with him and Laura Dern, Wild at Heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so
boy
let's
better.
go ahead and get into this.
Let's do it.
Does everybody here know what YouTube is? Never heard of it? Everybody knows?
Yeah, get off the
We
MySpace
don't
and go
have to-
take a look at YouTube.
Yeah, it came out in the early 2000s and then sold out to Google.
Yes.
Now it's a Google subsidiary.
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 Submissive.
It's a branch.
Okay.
It's a branch of Google.
Thank you, Lily.
Google branching out. So, Lily V6, let's go ahead and always start with you as we do.
We are going to start with me. However, I'm prefacing this with I don't actually ever watch YouTube to find new music. So I had a little bit of difficulty with this topic this week. So I don't even know if my picks are good, and I don't really care.
That's what-
So.
I'm sure they
Did
are.
you like them?
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
there
go.
you are. That's all that
So Anthony Vincent is on my list. He's also known as online alias 10 Second Songs, or professionally Anthony Vincent, American YouTuber and musician based in Port Chester, New York. He gained notability for singing covers of popular songs in different styles and genres. He played bass he was in a band, Rotten Pain, never heard of him, who released their debut EP in 2003. He started an internet radio channel with his brother, and he has a music production business. And he started his YouTube channel to promote his business, and he gained a large following in 2014 after the release of Dark Horse in 20 different styles. Now, he plays this song in 20 different ways,
wow.
which is very interesting,
That'd be
which is
cool.
what I liked about it.
There's some talented fucks
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
on YouTube, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. It's like, it doesn't take long. You just kind of peruse it a little bit, and you can find a way. Like, holy shit, this guy. Well, we played the guy that was doing the. There's a couple of them. They take like the guy that took the preacher, Pastor Manning, talking about the butthole.
Oh, yeah. There was the metal versions and all
and then
of
there's
that.
all kind and there's another guy that takes takes these videos of like Karens and stuff freaking out, and then like edits into metal songs and stuff like that. You know, so I mean, there's tons of really talented folk. They're talented folk.
Also, what I found interesting and didn't realize till I started watching his videos is he played John Corabi in The Dirt, where he has no lines.
Oh, that's right.
Before 2021, Vince primarily went by his online alias 10 Second Songs. He rebranded YouTube channel as Anthony Vincent in March of that year. So very cool to watch his videos. I liked all his versions of everything. So something to check out. And I think he's super talented. So he should probably be a rock star of some sort. Right. Not just play one in a movie.
I play one in a movie.
Where you don't even talk.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Pittsburgh Kevin?
Hi, everybody. I'm Pittsburgh Kevin. Hello, I'm Pittsburgh Kevin. So my first pick is Meytal Cohen.
Good one.
Yeah, and Meytal is a drummer. She's not a guitarist or anything like that. But here's the skinny. Meytal was actually born in Israel. She's now an American. Here's the cool thing about her. So if you're an Israeli citizen, you must serve in the army. That's their law. So she's not only a great drummer, she's a badass. So she served in the army for 2 years. At the age of 20, she moved to Los Angeles and just started putting YouTube videos out. Now, here's what I like about her. Now, look, Lou, I know you. Hey, Lou.
Hey, what?
You know me, right? I likes the women.
No.
She's an attractive young lady.
Of course.
Okay? I'm going to give her
party.
that. I'm going to give her that. But when you sit there and watch her play, she'll play along with, she'll play covers, basically. Excuse me. Sorry. I get excited sometimes. But the thing is, to watch her play these songs, and they're not easy songs. I mean, we're talking Slipknot, System of a Down, stuff like that. And she's just got this big grin on her face, you know? She makes it look so effortless playing this, and she doesn't miss a note. There's only one video I saw where she was not frustrated, but she was really paying attention. That was YYZ. And I rewatched it again today, and I had to laugh because there's a little break in YYZ, and she just looked at the camera like, and then she went back to playing. But that is my pick for today, the lovely and talented Meytal Cohen.
Meytal.
Yes.
Which I always thought was Metal Cohen.
Why don't we call her Meytal Cohen today?
Good pick.
Thank you, sir.
Great drummer, attractive young lady. Could definitely be seen as like maybe, won any band. I was gonna say like in the '80s she would have been like a ringer for like Vincent or what they called. What was the band called? Not Vincent.
What? Who? What are you?
You know what I'm talking about?
No, we don't, Lou.
Don't, but I can pretend if you want.
Yeah, Edge of a Broken Heart.
Vixen. No, Roxy's the best drummer ever.
Right. My pick is a band, Cardinal Black, specifically their guitarist Chris Buck. Now, I think that the Cardinal Black is a very cool band, and I think I might have like a little bio, something about them somewhere. Here it is. Alt rock band Cardinal Black epitomized the long way around. 2010, the Welsh-born trio of Tom Hollister, Chris Buck on guitar, and Adam Roberts were riding the wave of hype, having received a bit of some stellar endorsements from some of the biggest names in rock, most notably the iconic Steve Winwood, who invited the band to initially record at his storied Windcraft Studios. Triumphant live set. Sonic Sphere in 2020 followed a phone call from manager of Guns N' Roses, Alan Niven, who offered his services as manager, flew the band to Arizona to begin an attempt at breaking the notorious Nashville scene. The lore of America proved irresistible to the young trio. They made the move to Arizona to begin work on the debut album under the guidance of one of rock music's most successful managers. As invariably seems to be the case, reality rarely mirrors expectation, and the band struggled to adapt. Their time in the U.S., a new country, a new industry, homesickness, the classic creative differences, blah, blah, blah. Over the last decade, the band have traveled their individual roads whilst remaining friends. Most notably has been the rise to fame of guitarist Chris Buck, who was named Best New Guitarist in the World in 2019 and has gone on to forge a successful career as one of the most inventive and recognizable guitar players in the world. Chris is highly expressive with his guitar playing. I have not. I'm trying to think. I mean, he does not play like Stevie Ray Vaughan, but that is the kind of thing that he evokes that sort of really expressive guitar style. He really speaks through his instrument. There's some people on this list who we're going to talk about who are like really great technically. Mm-hmm. And while Chris is great technically, he takes it to this other level with this just amazing expressiveness. When he plays the guitar, he's sort of playing the guitar with like his whole body.
Okay.
It's like you could tell. I don't mean like he's like literally playing with his ass.
I'd like to see that.
But his approach is like very expressive. He'll move different ways to get different notes, to get different sounds.
Wow.
It's a pretty much, right down the middle rock kind of style with, of course, big blues influence. The band, the Cardinal Black, is very, very cool. You guys should check them out.
I like the name.
They're kind of an alternative kind of band with this like really hot guitar player, like really hot. And like what he does, in my opinion, like Cardinal Black's a very solid band. The songs are great, but Chris kind of elevates what they do. He kind of takes it to another level with his super expressive guitar playing. His YouTube channel is very popular, and then he guests on like Anderton's channel.
Oh, okay.
And doing things like that. He's some different music companies have had him, do signature impulse responses and modelers and things like that with him. But and he does he does a lot of educational kind of stuff in terms of educating people about like guitar tone and things like that. Very and very down to earth kind of guy. Doesn't come across as sort of like, look at me, I'm a big rock star. Very kind of like chill, very laid back. Looks like the videos are filmed in his like living room.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Just very good, but really amazing. So check out Cardinal Blacks, but specifically Chris Buck.
Word.
All right.
Write it down.
What do we got next, Lily V6?
So next on my list is Jared Dines. American YouTuber and musician who is known for heavy metal themed videos, covers, parodies, and his own original music. He has a following of 1 million subscribers as of 2016.
1 million subscribers.
So it's probably actually more now. He started his YouTube channel to promote his band, They Charge Like Warriors. He gained popularity from his metal covers of pop songs. His following grew as he collaborated with other artists such as Rob Scallon. He's in competition with Steve T. And he became known for playing guitars with unusual number of strings. I believe his latest is 15 strings.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Stevie T as well in a minute.
Crazy.
In April 2020, he appeared on the cover of Guitar World magazine, the first YouTuber to do so.
Nice.
Wow, congratulations.
Right,
In 2018, he toured with heavy metal band Trivium. He was replacing Matt Heafy, who had to leave because of his wife was having a child. Dines and Trivium further collaborated on a cover of Better Now by Post Malone. We're not going to talk about that. And he also performed on stage with Breaking Benjamin. Now, he always seems to be underrated, and he's always touring with people who need replacements and not the actual rock star himself. So maybe you should get out there and do some things.
I think that's totally legitimate. Here's the thing, though, about being a YouTube musician.
Yes.
You get to stay home.
Right?
You sleep in your own bed every night.
Sure.
That's true.
You could get to, like, if you have a family, like, you can go do stuff with them. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like, I think that this is kind of where it's kind of headed, but
yes, sir.
We'll talk about that later on. Jared, what Lily did not mention, I can't believe you didn't mention it.
Sorry.
Jared is a heavy metal comedian.
Oh, yeah, I did know that.
He's a total comedian. like it's like that is one of the reasons why he has so many videos where like it's just out and out comedy. Mm-hmm. It's really, really good. Doesn't take himself so seriously. Probably why he gets asked to go and do stuff like that, because he's so chill.
All the collabs.
One of the things that people that touring musicians will say, like touring sidemen and stuff will tell you that one of the biggest factors in getting the gig is like are you easy to be around? Because they're looking at
She's
you
gonna be
going like,
around them
we're going to
all
be
the
on a
time.
tour bus with this guy. Like if he's a prick or he's a pain in the ass or he's a whiny crybaby or whatever,
Bitch.
like, yeah, like
Bitch.
it's going to suck. So if you're cool and you're funny, and I've heard everybody, a lot of session guys, you know who Tim Pierce is? Famous session guys, play with everybody, Adele, all kind of
Okay.
people. He's on a million records.
Yes.
But he talks about, like a lot of gigs he got because there were like other guys who were like technically better, but because, he had the best jokes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
How
fun
he
to
can
be
really
around.
Play. I mean, he's a monster player, but so. And Jared can shred. I mean, he can really shred. He's a great guitar player. But he's really. You just have to check out his. There's him, and I think Kevin's going to talk about Stevie T. Are like rocks, heavy metal, like goofballs.
Goofballs. Yeah.
And they're really fun. Why don't you go ahead, Kevin, and let's get into Stevie T.
All right, so Stevie T. Now you introduced me to Stevie T. We were watching. What's his real name?
Steve Terryberry.
Terryberry.
That's fun to say. Terry Berry.
Francisco.
But you put the
Stand you.
you put his video on, and he was just like making jokes and stuff like that, and he's goofing around. And he's goofing around the guitar a little bit, and you're like, just wait, and he launches into this shredding craziness. I'm like, holy shit, this guy can play.
He would have had, I think him or Jared or maybe them together would have had a show on MTV.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, definitely.
They would have had
Yeah.
it would have been fucking huge.
Yeah, but I mean,
like
his sense of humor like drags you in, and then you're like, whoa, because he'll make fun of songs, like what makes this song so stupid and things like that, and he makes funny faces.
That's Steve's real thing is he's a like a kind of like the Jim Carrey of heavy metal.
Exactly.
Like the old
Right?
Jim Carrey. Like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
He'll get dressed up in costumes and things like that. But we had talked about it one night, and we're like, well, you really don't see him doing anything live.
well, he has some videos where he answers questions.
Does he?
And
Okay.
he was asked about that.
Uh-huh.
And he says he has severe anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
he's
that's what I
not-
kind
he's
of
not really
figured.
comfortable
Being out in front of
being out in front
people.
but he can do the YouTube
But
thing.
in front of the camera, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He is king.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Yeah,
telling
Stevie
you. man.
T. Yeah, he's. Excuse me.
Even Bones Magoo
Yeah,
loves Stevie T.
right. And Bones has a little bit of anxiety. He won't even come on the camera. He's got some anxiety too over there in the
Some
corner.
anxiety.
He's got a little inside that Bones. Honky, on the other hand.
No, he's going to get locked in a closet.
Honky.
Honky just wants to hug everybody, and by everybody I mean Lily, in the room.
No.
No? All right. Sorry, Honk. Sorry about that, Honk.
I will break-
You popped his balloon.
Good.
You bursted his bubble.
He burst
With my
his-
cigarette.
See? There it goes. Right to the window.
All right, man. I'm definitely not drinking enough tonight.
Come on now. Hurry up now.
Why
Catch
are you
up.
not?
Okay, I want to talk about a guy,
Do you now?
This
great
one?
guitar player
Yes, sir.
and a great singer as well.
Yes, sir.
And has built a reputation on YouTube as the guy who does these amazing medleys. And he has a
yes.
Police
I know
medley,
right where
Pink
you're
Floyd,
talking,
a Pink Floyd medley, a Deep Purple medley,
Police.
Prince medley, 80s pop medley.
Yeah.
And his name is Martin Miller. He's a musician
Yes.
from Leipzig,
Yeah.
Germany, born in
Oh,
1985.
Martin.
Been a
Yeah.
professional musician entire adult life.
Mm-hmm.
In 2010, graduated from Karl Maria von Weber Music College in Dresden as a guitar player and music educator. Also been teaching the guitar bachelor's and master's courses himself there in Dresden from 2015 to 2020. Over the past decade, made a name for himself as a guitar player. Toured dozens of countries worldwide. Played on tons of records. 580,000 plus YouTube subscribers with 90 million views altogether. Best-selling online courses that he guitar courses has led to the creation of 2 worldwide distributed and highly selling Martin Miller signature guitars with Ibanez. So he's got his own. You've never heard of him. He's got his own fucking signature guitars with Ibanez.
crazy.
These guys are some of these guys are more well known, like in Europe and things like that as well. Band leader of the Martin Miller Session Band, YouTube cover project that gathered a huge fan base online, collaborated with artists such as Paul Gilbert, Andy Timmons, Mark Letier, and many more, gained public approval from industry legends such as John Petrucci, Rick Beato, and Steve Lukather.
Yeah.
Some of the companies that endorse and collaborate with him are, of course, Ibanez, Laney, Seymour Duncan, TC Electronics, Fractal Audio, Neural DSP, TuneTrack, and many, many more. In 2013, released an album called The Other End through JTC Records, guitar-driven instrumental record. So, you know, this is a guy that probably could have been like a Joe Satriani kind of thing. But seriously, their covers are not to be missed. They are absolutely stunning. They do, and they play live, and the way they have it set up is killer too. It looks like a giant library. And they all play. You know, it's just very freaking cool. It's very well lit. Very well performed. Every musician is stellar. Both Martin, the bass player, a couple other folks do a lot of singing as well. You can't tell that they're German.
No.
Like, there's nothing about it that would, like, make you don't hear any weird, you know,
accents
what I mean?
as they
when he
sing,
sings,
very
they cover "Easy Lover" by
oh my god, yes,
by Phil
Collins and he's in Bailey.
I don't
Peter Bailey.
Peter Bailey.
Is that his name? Peter?
No, it's not Peter Bailey.
Stephen Bailey.
Pearl Bailey.
Yeah, from Pearl Bailey. When Earth, Wind and Fire, Easy Lover. They do, and I mean, it's jaw dropping how talented the guy is, and he makes it look so freaking easy.
Their Toto medley is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they have a Toto medley.
Oh my god, yeah.
They're all good. It's not to be missed. I mean, just
check them out.
Yeah, I mean,
Martin Miller.
Quite frankly, their live versions of these songs or some of them are better than the original artist's live versions. Like, you go, man, why didn't so and so play it? This
right,
good?
right, exactly. Philip Bailey, by the way, is his
Philip
name.
Bailey,
Yeah.
Peter Bailey.
Sorry, gears are
Beetle Bailey.
Beetle Bailey. It was Beetle Bailey.
There it is.
Beetle Bailey and Phil Collins did a song together.
I didn't even know. This is the
We
first time
didn't
hearing
even
about
know.
Beetle Bailey and Tom Collins did a song together. Yes.
The more you know. So we have Lily V6 next
we
in
do.
line.
We do. So this one
She's the next in line.
Oh, boy.
See how she shines.
Oh boy. Anyway, this one I came across by accident doing my research today, and it's more of like
What the hell's going on?
a fundamental channel by Steven. His name's Steven Taylor. He's a drummer.
Okay.
But I thought it was really interesting because I'm not a drummer and I liked watching all of his videos. He's a former Universal Records recording artist with some serious groove chops. He uses his drum-focused channel to really introduce, teach, and facilitate the learning and skill advancement with everything that is drums. He explains the understanding as to why Led Zeppelin's John Bonham sounded the way he did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I know who you're talking about.
He does this 30-second drum lessons segment, which is pretty cool. And then he did this one video that I watched where they
Is this him?
Yeah. They did all these songs just one by one didn't stop. Like they switched into different songs going for I don't know, was it like a half an hour or something? But I just thought it was really cool. They had like a singer ready, guitarist ready, but he was doing all the drums for everything. And it just was
cool.
a flawless transition from song to song. So I just thought that was super talented.
Excellent mundo.
A lot of these guys online are like, in some way or another, doing something educational.
Yeah.
You know,
I just thought
explaining how
that's
something
just it.
works.
Yeah, it's
you know what I like about some of these guys too is like they teach stuff that like even if you're not a musician, you can go like, that's
I
really
get
cool.
it.
I never
Which
realized
was
whatever. You know what I mean?
what I did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Rick Beato kind of does that with some of his videos as well. You know, it's like, oh wow, that's really neat. I didn't realize how much went into making this or that. But yeah, that's a good. That's cool. That's cool. I did not know this guy, but I did see a long time ago that thing on what makes John Bonham such a great drummer, and I did not realize who that was. I'm gonna go ahead and bookmark him and
Do it.
check
It was
him out
really
in the
cool to
future.
watch his videos today. People thought I was crazy at work, but that's okay. They're allowed.
Everybody crazy. Now you crazy too. What do you got there, Mr. Pittsburgh?
So I'm gonna go with another lady because you know me. Hey Lou.
You love
You
the
know,
ladies?
I don't even know. I don't want to know what that was. That's frightening.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go. My next one is Laura Cox, C-O-X. And by the way, please spell, if you're Googling that, please spell it correctly.
Or you're going to hate your life.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyway, Laura Cox, I found her maybe about 10 years ago on YouTube. She is a French-born guitarist and songwriter. She was born in 1990.
She's like an old lady.
Yeah, now she is. But back then, Lou, she was a hottie.
Oh, she still is. But she started doing...
Joke. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
What do you mean? But she started doing YouTube videos, and that's how she gained her recognition. And it's funny, like the early videos, she's just learning how to play guitar. And then you can watch her progress. And after like 2 or 3 years, I'm like, holy cow. You know? But she has a whole bunch of covers. She's actually in a band now. That's all I'm going to say.
Captain Geach and the Shrimp
But
Trenchers.
Laura Cox, C-O-X. A lot of fun to watch her. And I liked her too because like back in the day, she couldn't afford really expensive guitars. So she's playing Epiphones and things like that. And then as she became more popular, I guess she got some sponsorships. And she has wonderful guitars now.
And you're jealous.
And I'm jealous. I'm so jealous of her. But that's mine.
Cool. We're gonna stick with the ladies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk
Thank
about another
God.
lady born in 1990, Mary Spender.
Oh, yeah.
Mary Spender is a singer-songwriter originally from Salisbury, Salisbury, UK, influenced by a diverse range of music. Mary's style of songwriting had her singing voice have been compared to the likes of Debbie Harry and Tracy Chapman, and her guitar skills have been compared to John Mayer and Joni Mitchell. Studied classical music at the University of Bristol. Memories EP was recorded with fellow student Jake Bright. Has worked with, we're going to talk about this, Leo Moracchioli.
Yeah.
Rob Scallion, the Andertons Band.
Okay.
And Pete Honoro, who's really good. I don't think he's on our list. We'll have to do. We'll do a part two.
Part 2. Yeah.
But Mary is another person. If you watch her earlier videos, like she seems like a kind of she's not a beginner, but you hear a huge development, especially with her being able to become like a lead guitar player and play guitar solos through her go on YouTube. As it progresses, as you go to the older videos, it's more like that kind of like cute girl, nice voice, singer-songwriter kind of jewel kind of thing, you know what I mean? And then progresses as it goes. You go like, she gets really good. And she's been invited to be on, she's been on Rhett Scholl's channel. She's been on Rick Beato's channel. She's really kind of made a name for herself, and she has a very great personality. She's very kind of low-key, unassuming, kind of like the girl next door who just happens to have a YouTube channel, is a good guitar player and a good singer. Just like very, and I think that's kind of like, I mean, face it, guys, like one of the things that makes you, a rock star is like your vibe. And she has like, I could absolutely have seen her as being like some 90s, you know what I mean? Like what was Natalie Merchant?
Oh, okay,
Right.
Like if she would have been born in 1979, you know what I mean, and been a young woman making music in the early 1990s, she definitely would have given all Jewel and all them like a real
run.
Run. She would have been right, absolutely right there. She has that total thing going, but she's a very solid guitar player too. Like she's gotten very, very good over the years. You should definitely check her out, Mary Spender, just like it sounds, Spender. So check out Mary Spender, and I put a link to her bio and stuff in the show notes as well. So we got time to go one more go around. I think you got any more?
I have nothing left.
You done, Kevin? Anybody else you want to talk
Well,
about?
let's talk about Leo, because that guy's awesome, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
This guy's great. This guy's fucking awesome. He's, again, got a great personality. Comes across as really funny. Does he speak English?
Oh yeah, because
Okay.
he's done talking things.
Okay.
Where he's
what?
from?
He's
What?
from the
Swedish?
Netherlands. He's Swedish.
Swedish, something like
Netherlands.
that. Netherlands.
Fraggle Metal. Oh, I really have to watch this one.
It is. It's
Norway.
awesome. Norway. Okay. Well, I'm from the United States. and
Moracchioli. We'll
I
call
don't
him
know nothing
Moracchioli.
about world geography.
Moracchioli.
I was going to say Moracchioli.
Yeah, looks like Italian, but he's from Norway. He could
Yeah.
be. Look, I mean,
Doesn't matter.
I'm Italian and I live in America.
So there's that.
There you go. So you got that going.
Go ahead.
But if you folks want to see this guy, the channel is Frog Leap Studios. And boy, how do you categorize this guy? He will take, I'll give you an example. He'll take like Sultans of Swing and just make it into heavy
Who
metal.
he happens to do it with Mary Spender.
Exactly, right?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, he does that with her. But yeah, he'll just pick a song and just like a normal everyday pop song and just all of a sudden unleashes this guitar.
Yeah, he does these heavy covers
Yeah.
of like pop songs. That's kind of
Yes.
like his shtick, you know?
Yes. And it's done really well. And does he do all the instruments? Because in the videos,
Multi-instrumentalist. Yeah, he
you'll
does.
see him like he'll be playing
Pretty
bass,
much everything.
the drums, the keys.
Unless he's got a guest that comes in and
right,
plays
like
along
Mary,
with him.
Yeah. I think did Chapman come in? Did Rob Chapman, I think, played with him in one video?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, people come in all the time and
Has
hang out with
recorded
him.
over 400 covers.
I want to hear his
Yeah.
Africa cover.
Approximately one per week, including covers of Hello by Adele, Poker Face, Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, Feel Good Inc. by Gorillaz, Africa by Toto, Redemption Song by Bob Marley, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, his cover of Despacito by Louis Fonsi peaked at number 35 on the Hungarian Top 40 single chart.
Wow.
Okay. For each video, Moracchioli creates the arrangements, plays all the instruments except for a small number of songs, which he has collaborated with other instrumentalists. They often require at least 50 tracks, although most of the videos require only himself and sometimes his family or musical guests, sometimes fellow YouTube artists participating remotely. For his video cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller, he was joined by Drowning Pool guitarist C.J. Pierce. The video was filmed in a nightclub and included hired backup dancers.
Nice.
He sometimes tours internationally with his band Frog Leap. On August 19th, he was at the 30th anniversary of Whackin' Open Air with the band.
Nice.
Frog Leap members are Leo Moracchioli on vocals and guitar, Hannah Bulton, female vocals, Eric Torp on bass, Reba Massa. Oh!
That's his wife, or was his wife?
No.
Is that not him?
Robert. This is Robert.
Oh, I'm
He's
way
on
over. I
Anderson's.
can't see.
Yeah,
You
Robert
know-
Masson
I
is,
can't see.
on guitar, and Truls Haugen is on vocals and drums. He's endorsed by TC Electronics and Chapman Guitars. So there's definitely
you go.
the Rob Chapman.
Rob Chapman.
Rob Chapman, Pete Thorne, Pete Hunter. There's a lot of we didn't get a chance to mention because there's only, God, there's a gazillion
Yeah,
of
we
them.
could do
But that's
part
a good
three,
pick,
part two, part
Kevin.
three.
This is, just insanely talented guy. I think that what if you go to the YouTube channel on like in the links in the videos are like links to like if you want them to like create tracks for you for
Oh,
you know what I
that's
mean, so your
cool.
solo
Yeah.
artist. That's kind of like his main like business. I think the YouTube thing was something that he created to kind of get that going, but it has taken off and become
Yeah.
a thing in and of itself.
So good. He's got a good sense of humor because, like I said, he
Oh,
does
yeah,
speak
yeah, there's a
English,
lot of- yeah,
and
it's
he'll
very-
like talk and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very what's the word I want? Like doesn't take himself too seriously.
No.
What's funny isn't it funny how some of the guys that are the most insanely talented are the guys that don't take themselves too seriously.
Right. Exactly.
Where the guys that are like super paranoid about how they're
Yes.
perceived are the guys that kind of like suck anyways.
Those are the
Yeah,
ones I
right.
usually date.
Not guys. I'm not trying to be sexist about
And
this.
girls.
People.
There's a lot of women
ladies out there
who
oh,
are total douchebags too. So
douchebag.
it's equal opportunity douchebaggery.
That's right.
Riding on the douche canoe.
There's a T-shirt. There's a T-shirt.
You're welcome.
God.
You're welcome.
So
everybody.
we should talk about this. Lily, have you heard about this?
I have heard about this. and
This Zach
this is the
Wilde
thing.
and Charlie, what's his name?
Benanti.
Benente joined Pantera for 2023 reunion tour. So here's my question. How can you have a reunion when two of the main guys are gone?
Are no longer with us.
I know Phil Anselmo's live, he's the singer. But really, the brothers,
We're the band. Let's be honest. They were the band.
Daryl and Vinny,
Yeah. There are a lot of people up in arms about this because
I don't have a problem with anybody doing whatever they want. Just real quick, it's just what you're calling it. Like, it should be
Right.
like a tribute.
Tribute.
right. No. That's
Exactly.
where I was going with that. I will definitely still go and see this tour if it comes to Pittsburgh for sure. I just have a problem with them just calling it Pantera. Just maybe someone the other day we were talking about this. Maybe call it Pantera-ish. I don't know. That would be interesting.
Pantera-ish.
Pantera-esque.
Right.
There you go.
Don't call it actually Pantera because let's face it, the two guys who are no longer with us are the band, and it just.
But isn't that what everybody does?
Yeah, and you know what? I still go see all the shows and everything. But
I mean, like Steve Perry's no longer in Journey. He kind
Legit.
of was Journey.
He was Journey.
Yeah.
Dennis DeYoung is no longer in Styx. He started Styx. He
Yes.
was, most recognizable.
But you're talking about more rock and not metal. Now, metal people are a little more nutty
crazy.
about this
right,
stuff.
right. I'm saying you're right. I agree. We'll see how. I don't think they would do this if if they hadn't already put out some kind of feelers that people are going to come to the shows.
Yeah, they'll definitely go to the shows for sure. But half the people are going to go to the shows because they love the music, and half the people are going to go to bitch about the music, and that's exactly what it's going to be.
I have to say that with Zakk Wylde on guitar, I don't think you're going to have much to complain about.
No.
Maybe it's nitpicking or whatever. But I just kind of feel like, just don't call it. Just shouldn't. It's like this. Let's just say this. Lily, plug your ears for a second. Let's just say that Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee were like, when we still want to kind of play here and there, and they were to get like somebody like Bill Bruford, who's who, probably one of the few guys, Vinnie Colaiuta, like a handful of guys that could probably play that set, to go out just do a handful of shows as a kind of, because they shouldn't call it Rush.
No, you're right.
Well, no, I feel like that would be wrong.
Would be like, they shouldn't call it Rush, but say they wanted to do something like that. But Rex Brown is also he's a bass player. Like, does anybody really?
Nobody cares about the bass player.
That's a joke, bass players, Kevin.
What?
It's strange. I always make fun of them, yet I always fall in love with them.
This is an article from Metal Injection.
Excuse me?
Black Label Society guitarist Zakk Wylde and Anthrax drummer Charlie Benante have joined the reunited Pantera for their coming 2023 tour. According to Billboard and Blabbermouth, the tour and audition of both Wylde and Benante have been greenlit by the estates of Pantera guitarist Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul. Okay, so they've got blessings from the family. This is especially interesting given that Brown said last night that Wylde will not be part of things despite his comments over the years that he'd love to do it. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
The inclusion of Wylde is ultimately not shocking. Wylde has made it very known over the years that he'd love to join the band should they ever reunite. Wylde said in 2019 interview that he felt he wouldn't be replacing Dimebag if a reunion happened, but instead celebrating his music. That's the right attitude, I think. When St. Vinny, late Pantera drummer Vinnie Paul Abbott, who died in 2018, was still around, they were talking about it then. The way I always looked at it, as it's Pantera celebration and an honor. Every night I'm playing with Oz, we honor Randy Rhoads. I'm playing Randy stuff every night, and I'm blessed. It's an honor to do it. Basically, we're paying tribute to Randy every night, keeping his music alive. The Pantera reunion tour was announced last night. Vocalist Phil Anselmo and bassist Rex Brown officially signed with the Artist Group International for a Pantera tour happening sometime in 2023, though no specific dates or time frames have been announced. Interesting.
Yes.
This just goes back to the thing with Metallica. People just want to bitch for the sake of bitching. Just go see the show. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
If you don't want to go see it, don't go see it.
Yeah.
We'll just all make fun of you later. It's fine.
Can't we all just get along?
I gotta say, if anybody could, I think, really do the music justice on guitar,
they picked the right person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think in some ways, Darrell and Zakk are kind of cut from the same cloth. They're kind of like blues-influenced guitar players in great vibrato. There's just massive vibrato. I think that Zakk is going to sound great playing it. I think it's like right up his alley.
And he basically says he's not trying to replace him. So
Yeah,
there's that.
Exactly.
So
let's just call it a celebration of Pantera.
Yeah, like I said, to say, excuse me, to say that it's a reunion tour is, you can't reunite with dead people.
No, not usually. No.
It's a more sort of tribute replacement tour.
Yeah.
Let's get the Ouija board out, guys.
Oh my God. So I wanted to bring this up last week, but we didn't get to it. Because Lily and I were having so much fun talking about
the hell up
encomium.
at all.
We really got into that. That was one of those podcasts I was like,
You were
it's
kind
going
of
to be short. You know, we're gonna burn right through this. You know.
No.
But no, we did not. Okay, so by now it's a wide-known fact that Metallica's Master of Puppets was included in a pivotal scene on the season 4 finale of Netflix's hit show Stranger Things. After reigniting interest in the Kate Bush music through a prominent feature in the artist's 80s catalog, Running Up That Hill, in the first half of the season, now it was time for the thrash heroes to reach the spotlight as the go-to band for metalhead character Eddie Munson. The band themselves approved the inclusion of the iconic tune in the acclaimed show and are already recruiting some new fans due to the season's momentum, with Master of Puppets climbing the trending charts on Spotify. However, there's always a, as Pee Wee Herman said, there's always a big but. However, few fandoms are better at trolling newcomers than the Metallica fandom. Yeah. Reaching out to Zoomers, Generation Z, or people born at the turn of the century. I also think that you can call them Zoomers because they all went to school on Zoom.
Yeah,
Legit.
there you go. Right.
The helpful fans didn't hesitate to recommend some essential listening from Metallica's catalog. It just so happened that most of those recommendations involved Saint Anger and Lulu. Metallica's most controversial efforts, to say the least. You can check out some of the social media posts below. So, anyways, these are funny. Hello, Zoomers. Discovering Metallica because of Stranger Things. Here are a few things you need to know about the band. The first and foremost, their best album is Saint Anger. You know, we talked about Saint Anger.
Yes, we did.
I don't necessarily. I think that you might end up looking stupid because they might go to listen to Saint Anger and go, it's fucking awesome.
Wow, that's really,
and it might be a hit for them.
Yeah, they might check it out. And so they just kind of go on, you know, they can hear Satan if you play it backwards, blah, blah, blah. And I saw really mean posts on Facebook about it, like, you know, people saying like, the had just come out and the show takes place in 1986. That means the guy would only had like 3 months to learn the whole song. Blah, 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 blah.
Maybe he's that talented.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
did you ever think of that,
dude? Like, it's a goddamn television show. First of all,
people take shit too seriously,
and it was meant. They put it in because it was cool. Mm-hmm. People get their shorts in a bunch over bullshit. Like the Star Wars fans are like losing their shit over Kenobi, and it's fine. Star Wars. Listen, guys. Star Wars. It's a movie. Right. About space wizards.
It's fantasy
for children. Okay, call your
fantasy.
Chill
kids.
out. I'm sorry. And then, I saw comments like, well, why didn't they like include like something like something like really cool? And all the people picked like obscure. I'm like,
dude, there we go.
No. People are dumb on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
No, and no. He just absolutely not. It got the song trending on Spotify, so that means when people go to Spotify and they look at like what the new like happening shit is right now, they're gonna see fucking Metallica. That's kind of cool. It's a rock band. It's guys playing guitars loudly in your face. Like, okay, Lily will admit like it's not like her favorite band, but it is still very cool.
It's great that it's going to be a resurgence.
Yeah. So it gets people interested. So
they'll discover other things.
Exactly. So when you click on Metallica, right? Spotify, all the channels say, well, you might like this too. So maybe we're going to get some kids a little bit more interested in some cool guitar music. Anyways, that's really just kind of all I wanted to say about that. It's just silliness.
I love silliness.
Good. You want to hear? You don't want to hear? Yes. I guess I got. I don't want to say I didn't get in any kind of trouble about this, but I'm just going to say that some people have made some comments because I've made jokes that included. They are not political jokes. No? They've been jokes that may have included a political thing, kind of as part of the setup, or like in the background, or part of the characters' things. Mm-hmm. And I've been told. I've had people unsubscribe and all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, first of all, these things are pop culture. So they're going to get brought up. You know what I mean? We're not here to take any kind of position. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's gonna get mentioned here and there.
Sure, it's happening.
It's pop.
Happening now.
I heard Tim Pool say the other day. He says there was a time when movie celebrities and musicians stuff were pop culture. Now today, these politicians are pop culture.
Yeah.
So, but here is my Lemmy said it best. If you really want to know, you guys are all up in arms about politics with me. Here, I'll just let Lemmy, not Lenny,
Not Lenny.
Lemmy, hey Squiggy,
Yeah.
Oh my
Lemmy,
God.
kind of say to you what my feelings are about
They're
fucking
all assholes
politics.
anyway, Every politician in the world is a son of a bitch. Anyway, they're all going to steal your money and raise taxes. It doesn't matter what they say. They're always lying. That's their profession, to be a liar. They're all
That is
Exactly.
exactly. So that's the end of that.
Right you
Put
are,
that to
Lemmy.
bed. We're not. Yeah, but if we mention some stuff here, no, we try to. Do you remember Mike Warnke?
Yes.
I saw him stand up one time and say, "I try to offend everybody equally,"
There you go. Perfect. And that's us.
and that's us. We try to offend everybody equally. So shut the fuck up.
We're good at it, too.
Enjoy some music, laugh along with
And
us.
calm the hell down.
Yeah, when I say
Relax.
I tell Lily and Kevin to shut the fuck up. It's in
Yeah.
joking around. It's not meant
I'm
to
like,
be.
And then we
Thank
just
you.
ignore him.
And they just
Thanks,
ignore them. They keep
Lou.
talking anyways. Even though they won't shut the fuck up.
That was nice.
So-
Thanks, buddy.
Saturday.
Yeah?
No, Friday.
Okay.
Friday. Thursday, Kevin came over.
Right.
And we ate that kibasi on the grill. It was
so good.
Really good. And let's hung out and listen to a bunch
I
of
put
music.
your meat in my mouth. It was so spicy.
I'm so glad I
But
missed
I
that
had this,
party. Sausage
So
party.
I tried to relive. It was a sausage party.
It was a
literally.
sausage party, yes.
But we're going to talk about a different kind of party.
Okay.
We're going to talk about. Do you know what a Kiki party is?
You know what? I don't.
It's a party designed to help you calm down.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, then.
I
Okay.
need one of those.
And so I want to talk about this. So, I don't know, early 2000s, I am at my office, and this was before there was no streaming.
No?
You just had cable TV. And,
Sure.
And we had on Regis and not Kathy Kelly.
Kelly.
Oh
okay.
my gosh, yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
And they happened to have a musical guest on that day. Mm-hmm. And it was a band called the Scissor Sisters. Great
Oh,
name,
okay, yeah, yeah.
hilarious, hilarious name about lesbianism. The band, all their whole shtick is like they came out of the gay nightclub scene in New York City.
Uh-huh.
So their songs and everything are kind of like about that kind of vibe
Sure.
and that thing.
All right, then.
Take Your Mama Out was a song they played. Fucking blew my mind. It was so fucking cool. Kind of like Jamiroquai with like more of a tongue-in-cheek sense of humor.
Okay.
Kind
Okay.
of
All right,
kind of
then.
thing. Very good. But like a real band. It wasn't like they weren't singing with tracks. They had guitar, bass, drum, the whole thing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All gay. Everybody in the band is like, from that whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
So they put that song on, they put a couple around, they grew and grew in popularity till finally they hit with Let's Have a Kiki in, I think, 2010.
Wow.
And this is what they say that this is the song that broke up the band.
Okay.
Because they felt like what they had achieved with the song, they could never do again. They felt like this was it.
That was
they
it, the pinnacle.
Yeah, it was like the pinnacle. And they said that, and I was reading an interview with them. They're like, it's not that we're never ever going to do anything again, but we just kind of felt like, well,
This is it.
this is really kind of our top shit here. So, Let's Have a Kiki on lyrics with Loudini.
Oh, here we go.
It's a fun song. It's fun. If you are the type of person who's easily offended,
Go away.
leave.
well, first of all, I shouldn't be listening to this podcast.
Right.
Right, I don't even know why you're here.
So the song starts out, tells a story, okay, and there's a spoken word thing at the beginning of the thing, and I'm going to go ahead and read that too because it's
right.
cute. It tells a story.
Sure.
It says, "What's up? It's Pickles. Leave a message. Hey, I'm calling you back. Ooh, she's been a bitchin' tonight, and by bitch I mean this rain. No cab, nowhere. So I had to put on the wig and the heels." And the lashes and the ears and take the train to the club. You know the MTA should stand for motherfuckers touching my ass. So then I get to the club looking like a drowned, harassed rat. And I'm greeted not by Miss Rose at the door, but by our friend Johnny Five-O. Yes, honey, the NYPD shut down the party.
Oh.
So no fee for me, and I don't even know what's the tea. So I hope you're up, girl, because we're all coming over. Lock the doors, lower the blinds, fire up the smoke machine, and put on your heels. because I know exactly what we need.
It's like my Saturday night.
Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors tight. Let's have a Kiki, motherfucker. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Dive, turn, work. Let's have a Kiki. We're going to serve and work and turn. Honey. A Kiki is a party for calming your nerves. We're spilling tea. We're dishing out desserts. One may deserve. And though the sun is rising, few may choose to leave. So shade that lid, and we'll all bid adieu to your annual. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors tight. Let's have a Kiki, motherfucker. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Dive, turn, work. Let's have a Kiki. We're going to serve, work, and turn. And honey. Oh, what a wonderful Kiki. The Kiki is marvelous. Work it, girl. Very liberty. Ooh, you know, girl. We're sitting back here just having a Kiki. Kiki, so. Wee, no. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors tight. Let's have a Kiki, motherfucker. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki.
Yeah.
Dive, turn, work. Let's have a Kiki.
Yeah.
We're going to serve. We're going to work and turn. And honey. Last chorus. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Lock the doors. Let's have a Kiki. Hunty, drop her. I'm going to let you have it. Let's have a Kiki. I want to have a Kiki. Boots, turn, queen. Let's have a Kiki. We're going to serve and work and turn and
Honey.
Yeah, baby.
I kind of want to have a Kiki now.
Yeah, baby.
Super fun song. Crazy, wacky pop song. On the lyrics of Loudini, like sometimes we get introspective and poignant, and sometimes we just say, this is a crazy fucking song.
Crazy
it's
fucking
very
song.
infectious. Very catchy, very infectious. Check it out. Not rock. Don't, sorry.
It wasn't hard rock at all.
They're not old-timey at all. Okay, so does anybody... Were you guys familiar with the Scissor Sisters? You
I
I know the
vaguely
I know the
remember
name.
them. Yeah, vaguely.
Okay, I just wanted to, I thought it's a fun song.
It was
Check
fun.
you guys
I
out.
I am
enjoyed
going to
it.
listen to it now.
So this day in what the Beatles did, and we're gonna go ahead and alternate. And Kevin, if you want to jump in on one,
I'll do.
look at
okay.
this. The first three, no Beatles.
No
You
Beatles.
just fucking cursed it.
Mark this
Well,
day
the Beatles
down.
have to be in there somewhere.
Doesn't.
They will be.
They will be. They'll be somewhere. The Beatles farted today.
So did I. What a coincidence.
Okay, this day, July 18th, 1953, Elvis Presley. Truck driver Elvis Presley made his first ever recording when he paid $3.98 at the Memphis Recording Service, singing two songs, My Happiness and That's When Your Heartaches Begin.
Wow.
Oh.
The so-called vanity disc was a gift for his mother. It would surface 37 years later as part of the RCA compilation called Elvis, The Great Performances.
Yay.
For those of
it's
you
for
who are
his
young,
mama.
Elvis is considered the king of rock and roll, the guy that started rock and roll. He isn't, but he's considered that.
Right.
More likely,
He isn't, but
We've
he's
had
considered.
this discussion. I think
Oh,
we're
many
kind of
times.
on the
Tons of
agreement. It's more like Chuck
times.
Berry.
Yeah,
yeah,
no
Say
doubt.
Chuck Berry. But go ahead.
1960, Brenda Lee went number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with I'm Sorry. It made number 12.
I'm sorry.
In the UK. Seeking publicity, the 4-foot 11-inch tall singer was once billed as a 32-year-old midget and had the nickname Little Miss Dynamite. I am jealous.
We prefer little people, you bastards.
There you
I
go.
am super jealous of her nickname.
What was it again?
Little Miss Dynamite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Little
you.
Miss Dynamite.
No, I'm sorry.
Every time I hear the name Brenda Lee, I think of the song by Golden Earring.
Yep.
Brenda
Oh,
Lee
yeah.
is coming on strong. Do you want to do one or not?
Yeah, I'll do the next one.
Go ahead.
Well,
See?
scroll it up a little bit because the light's reflecting.
Because he's old.
To hey, rolling. I'm hooked on Ponix. The Rolling Stones appeared on the U.S. charts for the first time when their cover of Buddy Holly's Not Fade Away peaked at number 48 this day, 1964.
Yay.
Also on this day in 1964, Pittsburgh, Kevin.
Yes?
The Four Seasons started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with Rag Doll, the group's fourth number 1 and number 2 hit on the UK chart. Co-writer Bob Gaudio Gaudio said that he got the inspiration for the song from a young girl in tattered clothes that cleaned his car windows at a stoplight.
See, even back in 1964,
Dude, we've
that.
gone how many? 1, 2,
Don't say
3,
it.
4. Number 5 is still not the fucking
Holy
Beatles.
1966, Bobby Fuller,
we
leader
just
of
talked about that 2 weeks ago.
the Bobby
Go ahead,
Fuller
I'm sorry,
4
Will.
was found dead in his car. Why do I always get the menacing ones? In Los Angeles, age 23, Fuller died mysteriously from gasoline asphyxiation while parked outside his apartment. Police labeled it a suicide, but the possibility of foul play has always been mentioned. Had the 1966 U.S. number 9 single "I Fought the Law," written by Sonny Curtis of Buddy Holly's Crickets and covered by The Clash.
Hey, listen, I don't know nothing about Bobby Fuller's death. I don't know what happened. He was just in his car. He was huffing gasoline. Next thing you know, he's dead.
So they find his car, and there's like a.
You're right.
Yeah, what
That's a
they
mob
think
hit.
probably happened was that it was a mob hit, and they did not.
Finish
They
it.
they got caught.
Killed him.
Like
Yeah.
partially the people came out. It was I believe it was his mother's car, and she saw it that it had come back to parking lot, so she wanted to come out and see what was going on with her
Yeah.
car, and that's when they found him.
And there it is.
Right.
Yeah, and that was
Wow,
total
man.
bullshit.
And there it is.
Finally, on
There
this
we
day in
go.
1968,
Yes.
the Beatles. I know you guys were worried we wouldn't have any Beatles on the show
What
tonight.
have they been doing?
Working at Abbey Road Studios, the Beatles recorded "Cry Baby Cry" and "Helter Skelter." One take of "Helter Skelter" lasted 27. What does that mean?
I don't even know.
27
Oh,
feet and 11 inches.
I guess
longest
on the-
Beatle-
What?
Oh, like on the
On the
tape,
reel?
on the reel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's a great sound.
yeah, that was confusing.
So
there
they
for a
would
second.
they just rocked that shit.
Oh, back to back.
I want to do a podcast. We'll do it in August. I want to do a podcast on what the world really would be like if the Beatles never happened. Not like that.
Not like yesterday.
Not like the
that
movie.
stupid movie.
It's not a stupid
Not a
movie. Just
stupid
because Lou
movie.
doesn't like it.
It's a good movie.
Lou
but
just doesn't like the female in it.
I love her.
I don't even remember. What I
love
didn't
it.
like about it was I just sort of feel like they reference all kind of other bands that I'm sorry those
That
bands
would
would never have happened.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the Beatles, yeah.
You would have had. I mean, I'm gonna just quickly things like the Vietnam War would have gone completely. We might still be in Vietnam.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fucking Beatles.
Right.
It's like so many things that they did that I don't think people can really. I don't think you can. It is way beyond music. It's culture. It's everything. I mean, I just don't think that. We just would have had a very different world. I think who's next?
Back
do
to back Beatles. Go
I'll
for
do
it.
it. In 1969, the Beatles, during sessions at Abbey Road Studio.
Do it.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
No, is there a problem?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Lily, I live to please you.
Well, it's 1969. You assholes didn't do the thing. She usually does.
69, dude?
Yeah.
We're maturing. Lou and I are maturing.
Since when? Since last week?
Since we forgot to do that.
Bones says get to work.
Okay, sorry, excuse me, Bones. All right, so 1969, during the sessions at Abbey Road Studios, London, Ringo Starr recorded his vocal to Octopus's Garden for the Abbey Road album. Starr had written the song when he quit the Beatles the previous year and was staying on actor Peter Sellers' yacht in the Mediterranean.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine? I'm quitting the Beatles and I'm going to go live on a yacht with Peter Sellers for a year.
I would do it.
Pete?
1970, Pink Floyd, Roy Harper, Kevin Ayers. Is that right?
Sure, why not?
Ayers?
Yeah,
And the
Ayers.
Edgar.
All a bunch of people you don't care about.
All these people all appeared
other than
at
the
a
Beatles.
concert. Yeah. They were all at a concert in Hyde Park.
That was nice
London.
of them to go there, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, who cares?
I'm going to
Who
skip
cares
this.
about that one? Yeah.
It's 1972. Sly and the Family Stone. Members from Sly and the Family Stone were arrested after police found 2 pounds.
£2.
2 pounds. Give me 2 pounds. That's them running away from the police. 2 pounds of marijuana in the group's motorhome.
Oh, my goodness.
Big deal.
Somebody was getting high in Babaland.
They all had
They had anxiety. They had cards.
Yeah.
Didn't mean much in 72, though.
What'd they have? Queen of Hearts?
They had Queen
Ace
of
of
Hearts.
Spades.
Ace of Spades.
I heard the song Queen of Hearts in a television
Juice.
show or movie the other day.
Really? Juice
I
Newton.
was playing guitar along to it.
Nice.
Who's next?
I'll read Bruce. 73.
Bruce!
Bruce Springsteen played the first of 4 nights at Max's Kansas City in New York City, New York, supported by Bob Marley and the Wailers, who were on their first ever North American tour. Oh, and now I have COVID. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce had a little cold that night.
Oh, Bruce. Bruce.
Kevin, you want to do anything?
Sure, I'll do the next one. 1974. No, I'm slurring my words, Lou. See? The U.S. Justice... Jesus Christ.
See, it's not as easy as that fucking looks.
No, Lou, you are absolutely
Everybody's like, hey,
Yo.
they're not a talk. You suck.
Yo, Lou, mad respect for you. So the U.S. Justice Department ordered John Lennon out of the country by September 10th. The Immigration and Naturalization Service denied him an extension of his non-immigrant visa because of his guilty plea in England to a 1968 marijuana possession charge. You see what these drugs are doing to these kids today? The U.S. Court of Appeals would overturn the deportation order in 1975, and Lennon was granted permission to reside. Oh, it was granted permanent resident status the following year. You know, if they wouldn't have done that, he'd still be with us. He'd be living in England. He'd still be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
Mark David Chapman wouldn't have had a chance to shoot him.
Fucko.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where people who are Michael Goltz, plug your ears. This is where people who are anti-gun have a kind of little bit of a point, because you don't have handguns in England,
Right?
And there
It's a whole
there
thing.
is a kind of like, I see the point of that. You know what I mean? I see all sides,
saying.
guys.
Yep.
And I'm here to like love everybody. So like, let's
Literally.
put our differences aside and let's enjoy some great music. 1978, Def Leppard made their live debut at Westfield School, Sheffield, England, in front of 150 students. Yes, this band was very fucking interesting. A lot of older bands that were out liked them and were trying to help them. Judas Priest was trying to help them. I believe Iron Maiden as well. Great band. Like I'm less interested in what they did. You know, they're more pop stuff, but they had this period where they were just a really straight up rock and roll band. I liked, what's his name? Steve Clark.
Yeah.
I think when he left, or he died, when he was no longer in the band, I think that they really became super slick pop band, whereas I just sort of prefer, I thought he brought a kind of edge.
Right.
But it did bring a whole new demographic to the
And
band.
that's fine, and you know, and like
God bless
that's
him.
okay, because we still have all their old albums.
And I'm still going to see them in August.
I think you should.
I am.
I think you should. And as far as the,
already
other
have
thing,
the tickets.
the other thing about the John Lennon, look at this, like, think about how mores have changed. Mm-hmm. Like back then, marijuana, ooh, you know what I mean? And today it's like, you know, not even
Everybody has a card.
thing. Well, even if you don't have a card, it's not even
It's
like
not
a
a thing.
thing.
Yeah.
And you know, you look at that and you have to wonder, like, you know, you hear all this stuff about this whole thing with Epstein and all that stuff, you know, and his girlfriend and all that. And then you've got somebody like Roman Polanski.
Right.
And that woman has come out and said that, like, I suffered no ill effects. I was like trying to get into Hollywood, and I thought if I fucked this guy, like, you know what I mean, like,
It would get you what you want.
Yeah, I would be able to get what I wanted, stuff like that. She's like, no, I don't want to press any charges, like, and she's like,
Yep.
what? She's like our age now, or
Yeah.
she might even be older.
She's older. Yeah.
And she's like, let him come back to the United States,
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a controversial thing, and you probably have a different opinion on it than me. But I think that, like, I don't think the world is exactly black and white at times. I think there's
Correct.
times when we have to look at things a little bit more nuanced. But Michael Goltz, you'll love this, and I'm going to have Lily read it because I know Lily has the sexiest voice.
In 1980, Billy Joel held the top position of both the U.S. albums and singles charts. His album Glass Houses contained his first and biggest #1 hit. It's still rock and roll to me. I knew I was going to
Do
say
you
that.
realize he'd been putting out records since like 1969, and that was his first number
First
one.
so
number one.
sad.
Today, he would never have put out a second album.
Yeah.
Didn't have a #1 hit. Nah, I'm sorry. Or he might have got 2 or 3, maybe.
Right.
You know, but those records from the 70s are all really cool records.
Yeah.
They're really, that's some of his, a lot of people consider that like really his best era. But his breakout song, I mean, it's hard to believe it's still rock and roll to me. Okay, who here, raise your hand, roller skated to that song? You didn't? No. I roller skated to it.
She's not that old.
1982, Nellie Wilson was at number 1 on the country album chart, Always on My Mind, which became Billboard number 1 country album of the year. The album spent 22 weeks at the top of the charts and stayed for a total of 253 weeks on the Billboard country chart.
Not Nelly.
250 weeks.
Not Nelly.
I know. The track "Always on My Mind" was originally recorded by B. Gay Thomas in 1970. Has since been recorded by dozens of performers, including Elvis Presley, Brenda Lee, John Wesley Riles, and the Pet Shop Boys.
I think it says Willie. I think it says Willie Nelson.
You don't even know what you're thinking.
Why don't you read the next one?
Ike Turner, 1988. Ike Turner was sentenced in Santa Monica, California to 1 year in jail for possessing and transporting, something new, cocaine. Not that pesky marijuana.
You have to take her out.
Right. Police had stopped Turner, former husband of Tina Turner, in August 1987. In August 1987 for driving erratically and found about 6 grams of rock cocaine in his car. Everybody, what's rock cocaine? It's crack.
Crack
be whack. That's right.
Crack be whack.
Crack be whack, everybody.
That's me on crack. I stepped on some crack.
Yeah, you did.
And that's what it sounded like, right?
Oh my. Basically, yeah.
Sure. I'll go with it.
Sure.
Thank you, Bones. Thank you.
Exactly.
It was a good joke.
Bones knows the deal.
Yeah, I thought I misread that. I thought it said in his ear. He had 6 grams of
What
rock cocaine in his ear.
It's in
place to
his
hide
rear.
In his bum.
In his butt
His
crack.
man purse.
I don't even know who Nico is, so someone else has to read that one.
Who cares?
Nico was in, wasn't she in the
Wait, she?
Revolving Underground?
Oh, now I'm interested.
I don't know.
The Revolving Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Oh, you like this guy or not?
No.
Wow.
But I'll read it.
Go ahead, do your thing.
1991, Henry Rollins, the first night of the Lollapalooza tour at the Compton Terrace, Phoenix, featuring Living Colour, Susie and the Banshees, Jane's Addiction, Nine Inch Nails, Henry Rollins Band, and the Butthole Surfers.
Butthole Surfers!
What a name.
Both guys are butthole surfers.
Really, it's hardly a Henry Rollins thing. but
Yeah,
fine.
right?
Well, that's what a lot of these are like,
I
you know.
He heard about it.
Yeah, right?
What was the song by the Buttholes of Pepper? That was the name of it.
There was another one.
Is
that the name of the song?
That's the name of the song. You know, I was sharing Sharon's outlook on the topic of disease. We were all in love with dying. They were doing.
That's why I can never find it.
It's called
'Cause
Pepper.
you don't
Pepper?
even know.
Called Pepper.
Oh, those
You didn't even know.
buttholes.
This is why I have a podcast, because I know stupid
Wow.
facts.
Thank God.
I remember
Stupid.
when this next thing. I remember when this happened.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown married Whitney Houston in the New Jersey estate, dressed in a $40,000 Mark Bauer wedding gown.
Stupid.
Those in attendance include Stevie Wonder, Gloria Estefan, Natalie Cole, Patti LaBelle, Freddie Jackson. After years of making tabloid headlines, she would file for divorce in 2006. It was, I remember when they got together and people were like, well, what?
What? Yeah, because she
She was like the nice girl of pop, you know what I mean? She was like, you know, my parents who were like very like raised their crooked eyebrow at like secular music,
Right.
thought that Whitney Houston was a nice, because she had grown up singing in church and like they thought she was a wholesome
These very
young
pop love
lady.
songs.
Yes. And when she got together with Bobby Brown, I
Bad
mean, a lot
boy.
of people sort of blame him for her
I know I do.
like ultimate involvement in drugs, because like she really didn't appear, but who knows what happened behind
We don't
closed doors.
really know.
She could have been smoking crack since she was 12, like we don't know that.
in church, in the back of church.
Who wants to talk about the
I'll
Beastie
do it. I'll
Boys?
do it. I'll do it all night
I've been
long.
doing it all night.
It's actually a good album.
So on this day, 1998, the Beastie Boys went number 1 in the UK album charts with Hello Nasty.
Hello, nasty.
Only the second rap album to make number 1 in the UK, the first being Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah.
Wu-Tang
Clan.
Oh, Lily, you got to do this
Kiss.
There you
2001,
go.
Kiss added another product to their ever-growing merchandising universe, the Kiss casket. The coffin featured the
That's
faces of the 4
great.
founding members of the band, the Kiss logo, and the words Kiss Forever. Pantera guitarist Dimebag was buried in one after he was shot and killed on stage December 4th, 2004.
If you got to go,
Or not December 4th, just December.
go in style.
The Rolling Stones crew chief, on this day in 2000, 50-year-old Royden McGee, who had worked with the band for 30 years, died during a rehearsal in Toronto. A spokesman for the band said McGee had said that he wasn't feeling well and went to another room to take a nap. The Stones had just finished dinner and resumed rehearsing when they got word that McGee had collapsed and stopped breathing. He was taken by ambulance to nearby Sunnybrook Hospital. He was pronounced dead on arrival. Members of the band said they were devastated by his death.
Wow, that's sad.
Who wants to do Paul Simon?
I don't want to do them, but I'll read it. 2007, Paul Simon filed a lawsuit against Rhythm USA Inc., a Georgia-based subsidiary of a Japanese firm, claiming the company never had his permission to sell wall clocks that played Bridge Over Troubled Water. Wow. The suit claimed that as one of the best-known songs throughout the world, a proper licensing agreement would earn at least a $1 million licensing fee.
Wow.
Yeah, they couldn't afford that.
No.
That's sad.
That's some tiny little company.
Stupid. I thought you got clearance.
Sting and his wife, on this day 2007, I did not know about this. Sting and his wife, Trudy Styler, were ordered to pay their former chef compensation after losing a sexual harassment discrimination case. Jane Martin, 41, was awarded £24,000 at an employment tribunal in Southampton, England, after she was sacked by Miss Styler from the couple's estate in Wiltshire because she became pregnant.
Ooh.
Stupid.
Can't do
Not
that.
Like, we
not
can't,
her, but the people. Yeah, Sting and Trudy.
They can't, we can't have pregnant people.
You can't
working
do
here.
that. Who does they know? You can't do
You
that.
know, it's funny because in the movie,
Yes, one
Bring on the Night,
Oh.
Sting talks about like they show one of their children being born. And he talks about like how it was such a magical experience and everything, and they fire this fucking lady for being pregnant. It's like, I don't know. This is one of those things. Before everybody kind of goes like, what a douchebag. This is one of those things that like I have a feeling there's probably more to the story.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
There's probably a little bit more going on than we realize. We don't know all the ins and outs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's not like she got $1 million. She got 24,000 pounds.
It's not that much, really.
Yeah, it's
No.
really not.
No.
Who wants to talk about Ronnie Wood?
I'll do it. All right, this day, 2008, Rolling Stone guitarist Ronnie Wood was seeking help with his battle with alcohol in a rehabilitation center. The move followed tabloid speculation over the state of his 23-year marriage to former model Joe Wood. Yo, man, I love Joe Wood.
Ironic that they have the same last name. That's weird.
Oh, I get it now. I'm a little slow tonight. Following Ronnie's continued battle with alcohol as he entered a period of rehab, his spokeswoman said, "Oh, spokeswoman, that sounds
Oh,
sexy."
my God. Kevin is so horny.
That's so... Well, I
He's
start
been
talking
talking
about
about
all
his
the
women
female
tonight.
YouTubers I like, you know what I mean?
It was like about
Well,
Pank.
2013 Pink. During the Truth About Love tour, Pink broke 2 records at the Rod Laver Arena.
Without going any further, I was expecting like she walked on stage and like smashed one record. And smashed another.
In Melbourne, Australia, becoming the artist who had performed the most shows at the venue, with 18 sold-out shows, and the first artist to sell more than 250,000 tickets at one venue.
Oh,
I am not reading that or the next one.
Oh, so this guy
Yeah.
this guy's behind bars.
Yeah, for a long, long time.
On this day in 2017, R&B singer R. Kelly denied allegation that he was holding several young women in an abusive cult. The singer's lawyers, I don't know why I'm laughing at this, lawyers said he would work diligently and forcibly to pursue his accusers and clear his name. A report accused the singer of brainwashing women who got closer to him in an effort to boost their musical careers. He had faced previous accusations of sexual misconduct, but was never found guilty.
Yes, he was.
I heard that like he was taking out his junk, like and letting the girls in the front row grab it and stuff like that.
Oh, who doesn't do that?
I don't know if it's true or not. Here's the thing, though. Now, I know there's an entire Netflix series called Surviving R. Kelly.
Yes, sir.
And I watched one episode. And look, man, maybe this is totally substantiated, okay?
Yes.
I don't know that much about R. Kelly, and I would just admit that I don't know. But however,
Yes, sir.
we've got a thing going on where successful black men are finding themselves dead, in jail, etc. Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. So when I heard about R. Kelly, now R. Kelly might be the exception that proves the rule or whatever. I was highly skeptical.
Yes.
I don't know. But you know, this appears to be a real situation. But so did Bill Cosby, but I've seen some people kind of unpack that, and there's some questions about the Bill Cosby thing as well. Again, please, fuck you. If you want to turn the podcast off and cancel me, do whatever, dude. I'm just calling it like I see it. Okay.
He's allowed to
I
have
have an
an
opinion. Ugh.
What?
We will have none of that.
999.
And there we go.
And that's the way it goes. What does that say? Cock in a bottle?
Cork.
Oh, sorry.
If I could save cock in a bottle.
This is what I have to deal with, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry, everybody.
I used to sing, if I could save shit in a bottle.
What would you?
What
Would you do with it?
Who said that? Was
That's Jim Croce.
Croce.
He's turning over in his grave. If Jim Croce were alive today, he'd be turning over in his grave.
Okay, last one. Who wants to talk about Ed Sheeran?
Nope.
Nobody wants
Broke yet another streaming record. His latest collaborative album this day in 2019. Number 6 collaboration project racked up 69 dudes.
There it is.
Million
We were
streams
saving
in a
it.
month on Spotify.
Yeah.
So that's happy whatever to you, fuckhead.
Fucko.
Fucko.
These fuckos.
Did you guys? What was the last time you guys watched the original Dirty Harry?
Oh,
Fucking
a
off
while
the hook,
ago,
dude.
yeah.
He's he just the whole movie is him going from one crazy crime thing to another, and him just doing he goes to a guy's going to commit suicide, and he climbs up and he basically tells you're a piece of shit. Why don't you jump anyway? But there's a scene where he's chasing some guys, and there's this guy walking his wife or whatever, girlfriend, across the street, and he nearly runs the guy over, and the guy gets all indignant because he really runs there, and Clint Eastwood yells out the window, "Get out of the way, hammerhead!"
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You nearly killed the guy.
Movies
You have
are
every right to be pissed off at you.
That's great.
It's fucked up. American singer Earl T. Bill from the Silhouettes.
Oh, the
was born this
Silhouettes.
day in 1924. They were
Yes.
doo-wop group. Did stuff like "Get a Job, Sha-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na."
Get a job.
Yep. What do you got? You want to talk about Screamin' Jay? Who wants to talk about Screamin' Jay?
I put a spell on you.
Yep. Kevin, you want to talk about Screamin' Jay?
Sure, why not? This day, 1929, Screamin' Jay Hawkins was born. American singer, songwriter, musician Screamin' Jay Hawkins was born on this day. A Golden Gloves boxing champion at 16. Did not know that. He was married 9 times, fathered over 30 children.
Good for you, dude!
So he was brain dead.
You
Wow.
fucking rock, dude!
Spent 2 years in jail and was temporarily blinded by one of his flaming props on stage,
I thought he
1976.
was going to say one of his wives.
Well, I was expecting that too. He recorded I Put a Spell on You in 1956, which was covered by many acts, including The Animals, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and Nina Simone.
And the Sanderson sisters in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, well, okay then. He died February 12th, 2000, at the age of 70 after emergency surgery for an aneurysm.
I mean, after all he's gone through.
How do you say this?
I have no idea.
Okay, so we're going to skip
Bunches.
You want to talk about Ian Stewart?
Ian Stewart, 1938, keyboard
There you
player for the Rolling Stones. Stewart died of a heart attack in his doctor's Harley Street waiting room on December 12th, 1985. That's
so
just
close.
sad.
He was so close.
Speaking of keyboards,
Yes.
stay in 1939, Brian Auger keyboards. Julie Driscoll, Brian Auger, and the Trinity, The Wheels on Fire. Happy birthday to Brian Auger. Oh, I know this guy.
Sure, everybody does. I didn't know his last name. Do you believe that? Until just now.
No.
Till just this minute.
Wow.
I was today years old when I learned.
Exactly. 1939 on this day, Dion DiMucci. You're Italian. DiMucci.
It's definitely DiMucci.
American singer and songwriter Dion. I'm just going to call him Dion.
Okay.
That's
Best known.
what he was known as.
Exactly. Best known for his 1961 U.S. #1 and U.K. #11 single, Run Around Sue.
Yep.
He had 39 top 40 hits in the late 50s and early 60s as a solo performer, and with the Belmonts and the Adele Satins.
Satan's. No.
He
Satins.
he was a doo-wop artist and reinvented himself
Yeah.
in the 60s with Abraham Martin and John, which was a big, really big. You can hear it on an oldie station like any day of the week now. Do you want to talk about this guy or not?
No.
Okay. Mike Terry, American saxophonist.
That's why I didn't want to say that.
Baritone sax solos featured on hits by Martha and the Vandellas, Heat Wave.
okay, Heat Wave.
The Supremes, Where Did Our Love Go? And is a member of the Funk Brothers. Yeah. There's a great documentary. Funk Brothers were the sort of like wrecking crew for Motown. Mm-hmm. They played on like all kind of things, but Mike Terry was one of them. Who wants to talk about Martha Reeves?
1941. On this day, 1941, Martha Reeves, American R&B and pop singer and former politician. Really?
Interesting.
The more you know.
Wow. She had...
You have a little bit too much to drink tonight?
Well, see,
You
Bones
know-
usually plays the trombone, but he picked up a trumpet.
He's learning. He's still
just
learning.
He's learning trumpet.
He's still learning. Anyway, Martha was born on this day. She had a couple of hits.
Dancing in the Street.
Dancing in the Street's the biggest one. Heat Wave. No, she Heat Wave?
I don't know, actually.
Martha Reeves and Vandellas? Is that her?
Martha and the Vandellas.
Martha and the Vandellas.
Yep,
yeah.
yeah.
Heat Wave. Yeah. Okay.
And we just mentioned that in the previous. Mike Terry played
There you
saxophone.
go, there you go.
Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
Don't you think?
Lonnie Mack, American rock, blues, country singer, guitarist in the 1960s, was a pioneer in virtuoso rock guitar soloing. Recordings were pivotal to the emergence of electric guitar as a lead voice in rock music. For this, it has been said that he launched the era of the modern rock guitar. He scored the hit single instrumentals Memphis, Wham! Mack died of natural causes on April 21st, 2016, in a hospital near his log cabin home, 70 miles east of Nashville, Tennessee. I actually...
Yeah.
was in a band, the first band I was ever in, covered a Lonnie Mack song.
Really?
Too rock for country, too country for rock and roll.
There you go then.
I still remember the name of the song. I couldn't.
Wow.
I have to pull it up. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Happy birthday, Robin McDonald. Mm-hmm. Danny McCulloch from The Animals. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Tim Lynch from the Flamin' Groovies, happy birthday. Mm-hmm. Phil Harris, happy birthday. Wally Bryson from the Raspberries.
Raspberries.
Oh, here's a good one, Lily.
Glenn Hughes. 1950 Glenn Hughes from American disco group The Village People. They had the hit singles Macho Man, In the Navy, Go West, and the 1978 U.S. #2 hit YMCA.
The wrong Glenn Hughes.
Right? That's who I thought too.
I was like,
I was so excited for a minute there.
Both Glenn Hughes should get together and they should tour.
well,
They should do it.
They can't.
their
You
own-
know why?
Well,
Glenn's dead. This Glenn is dead.
AIDS.
Maybe.
he died on the 4th of March, 2001. There, your little cursors in front
The
of his
group's name refers to New York City's Greenwich. No, it does not.
Village People? Yeah, it
YMCA
does.
means Young Men's Christian
No,
Association.
you dipshit. Village People.
Village People.
The name Village People.
You get
They're
ahead
not
of
called
yourself.
YMCA.
They're not
No,
called
they're not
that.
called. That's the name of their song.
YMCA.
It's like when
Attaboy.
people say
Bill
Aerosmith,
roller
I like
skated to
him.
that song. I did.
Oh, I did that.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
there you go.
YMCA.
Everybody sing.
Over at roller skate.
Richard Branson. Happy birthday, Richard Branson. I don't think we need to go too many details. Richie Skaggs.
Ricky Skaggs.
I would have changed my name from Skag.
Skaggs. That's a little...
Skag. A great, like, multi-instrumentalist. He's on tons of records. Mandolin, guitar, banjo.
Yeah.
The song that by him that really caught my attention was Uncle Pan.
Uncle who?
Uncle Pan.
Uncle Pam?
Uncle Pan. It's a old bluegrass song that he just destroys. Just like he wipes his ass with that song. He's got a great voice, great harmonies, like just fucking killer musician. Terry Chambers from XTC on drums. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Keith Levine from Public Image. Happy birthday. Nigel Twist.
Yeah.
From the Alarm. The drummer from the Alarm. We talked about them on bands that you may have forgotten about or haven't heard of. Happy birthday to Nigel Twist from the Alarm.
What a name.
Jack Irons, who played with a bunch of people, drummer.
Sure.
Oh my
that?
goodness. This Daniel
De Los
Reyes
Reyes from
Okay.
Zach Brown Band.
played with Zach Brown and a bunch of shit.
And a bunch of shit.
Oh, Darian.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Malakian.
Malikin.
Who was he, Lily?
He was from System of a Down, who had the 2001 U.S. #1 album Toxicity and the 2005 U.S. #1 and UK #2 album Mesmerized.
Yeah.
Armenian American.
Happy
Heavy
Sort of
metal band.
interesting. Armenian American heavy metal.
That's cool. I did not actually know that.
Yeah.
If you people think that, like, come on, man. Come on. Where else on the planet can you have, like, an Armenian heavy metal band
Right.
and, like, they become fucking huge?
Exactly.
Come on, America. God bless fucking
God
America.
bless America.
Whether you like it or not, kiss
Yin
my ass.
skies.
I'm gonna go
Hallelujah.
out-
Holy shit.
I'm going to go outside and wipe my
Holy
mouth with the
shit.
American flag.
What?
Throw McDonald's containers out the fucking window.
Get your
driving
Cadillac.
a giant fucking Cadillac. You know why, Lily? Because we have System of a Down.
That's
right.
exactly it.
Exactly it. Woof.
And you do not, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
Just calm down. We're having a good time.
I'm done.
And all countries are great. We love you all.
We love you
we're
long
having
time.
Fun. Go out and make love to your country. Find your country's flag and jerk off in it, and then you could make love to your country.
That's weird, but okay.
But it's Loudini, so it's got to be right.
Can I get an American flag vibrator instead?
There you are.
Because
Why
I
don't
feel
you just do that?
What do
weird
you
about
mean,
sticking
get
the
one?
flag up there.
Sticking the flag up, running up the flagpole. So
Yeah,
you can never
exactly.
lose.
See? But nobody ever does.
There's nobody in there
There's nobody in there.
waving. Little deeper! A little deeper!
Oh boy.
Come on in. Beep, beep, beep,
Mom back.
beep. Yep.
Mom back.
That is funnier than you even know.
I don't.
Mom
That's
back.
a whole inside joke with somebody
Lord
else.
Jesus. Oh, Lord
Okay,
Jesus
here's the last joke of the night.
Can two Asians make a white kid? Because the two Wong don't make a white. Why can't two Asians make a white kid? Because the two Wong don't make a white.
That is right.
And
Folks,
now we're off the air, guys.
It's
See
a
you never.
joke.
Thanks for
It's
sharing our
from
last few
TikTok.
moments
It's a joke.
with us.
It's on TikTok.
Oh,
I mean, it has
boy.
200,000 fucking views. Like, come on, I can't share. Chill out. If you're
Yin
taking
skies.
yourselves that seriously.
Hey, I know that guy.
That's Lou. That's not.
What happens if you say that and someone gets offended? Well, they can be offended.
And there it is.
Yep.
What's wrong with being offended? When did sticks and stones made break my bones stop being relevant?
All right, this guy's hysterical.
Isn't that what you teach children, for God's sake? That's what you teach toddlers. He called me an idiot. Don't worry about him. He's a dick.
I'm a dick.
There you go.
Guilty as charged.
Yes.
Now you have adults going, I was offended, and I have rights. Well, so what? Be offended. Nothing happens. You're an adult. Grow up. Deal with it. I was offended. I don't care.
Okay.
True.
And
That's great.
so, if you were offended by the last joke we played,
Cry.
that's pretty much that's perfect. They came
Yeah.
right up. They came right up. It's like the universe was with me.
Yes, thank you, universe.
Cry me a river and I will take a boat and have chips and literally eat snacks while I'm rowing on your
Seriously,
tears.
guys,
The river
everybody
of
in the
your
world needs to lighten the
tears.
fuck up, dude. You're taking the shit way
down.
too seriously. Calm down. All right, guys, LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. Go check it out. You can get our entire, first of all, we are shadow banned on YouTube. So if you want to see all our YouTube stuff, you want to relive these moments, you can get access to our complete YouTube archive. You can find out all about the past interviews I've done. You can get access to some free music downloads, all kind of cool stuff at LoudiniRockandRollCircus.com. Check out Wolf's Customs. Love those guys. get some custom artwork done on your musical instrument, and rockrageradio.com. Download the app, and you can listen to great music content 24/7. And if you're easily offended, I would imagine that, like, I'm not the only one who probably offends some people on there. So we have Lily. You want to plug Hot Licks?
Yes, Hot Licks with Lily 6 is my show. It's on Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Just get the app for free, download it on your phone, or just go to rockrageradio.com. I actually cannot remember who I interviewed, so I have to figure that out for this week because it's been a long weekend. And if anybody is going to the New Kids on the Block concert tomorrow, I will be there.
Dreamy.
You got the right stuff, Lily. Girl, you know you turn me on.
So I will be there on Tuesday, tomorrow. Reliving my childhood.
My.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Pittsburgh Kevin, anything you would like to add to the to like maybe anything you have coming up, anything you're going to do, any women you're going to have sex with?
No,
what you know about?
Not the women do, but I get the new couch tomorrow. America is great. I get the new couch.
You remind me of Antonio from Wings.
I don't. Antonio Scabacci. What was his name?
Scarpacci.
Yes.
Scrapacci.
Scarpacci. I get new couch tomorrow.
Scrapacci.
So you want to come over to my house? Anyone out there? Come over. I have place for you to sit.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can bang you if you're female. I don't bang guys.
No, don't bang the guys.
I don't bang the men.
No. That's a
men do not get the bangings.
No,
what I
sorry. Sorry about that, dog. But no,
No men can have the banging.
No, women, yes. Men, no.
All right, guys. On that happy note, I'm trying to
happy
think of
note.
anything else I could add. But I think that we've pretty much covered it all, and we've probably pissed everybody off.
You're welcome.
So, all right, guys, have a wonderful week. Hold a second. I should tell you all, y'all,
Yeah.
what we're going to be talking about on next week's show.
That'd be nice to know. So I could prepare 5 minutes before the show. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing?
That is my
Next week is
favorite thing.
7:25, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week is going to be a fun show when rock goes rap.
Okay.
10 bands that got rappers to headbang.
Oh, is this well, we'll talk about it. We don't have to worry about it.
So there are rap.
Rack Rob.
Are you touching your
plus tax.
no spot? What?
Yeah, sorry.
Your
Stop.
rack.
Don't touch me there.
Sorry, I got excited.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I get excited touching my own boob.
we all did. I'm like, wow.
This was a thing that happened.
Yes.
And I think that it is a I think it's a I think we can look back at it as a kind of novelty. Mm-hmm. Right? It's
Oh, yeah.
I'm it's fascinating when you listen to Octane on Sirius, which is the new hard rock, like how much current hard rock really is influenced by hip hop.
Yeah.
A lot of it has hip hop grooves and you know, rap type things, and very interesting. So we're going to be getting into all that next week. Guys, have a great week.
Yes.
And we will catch you all on the next Loudini. Oh, come
Yes.
on. Don't fuck with me. We'll catch you all on the next Loudini Rock Roll Circus.
There you
Get
go.
the fuck out of here.
The long black ribbon stretched into a sawdust sky. We talked for hours about the world, and you and I and everything we loved became more unclear as our lives disappeared. Time for you isn't time with me, and in this moment there is time. Eternally, the camera captures every slow motion fall, but we never see them all. It's like 1,000 lifetimes lived at one time, but it's all you.
Thank you, William.